All right, for our last video, we're going to start briefly on a new topic. We have finished abortion now. By the way, I just got back for a run. I'm going to sneak in one more video for our class tonight. Anyway, so we're done with abortion, or we're done with Thompson, we're done with Marquis, and uh, and so now we're going to focus on another topic, which is another theory of morality. This is an objectivist theory, so this is a version of ethical objectivism, okay? And the view is going to be utilitarianism. Yay, you probably heard of that view, and it was promoted by John Stuart Mill. So, I'll write his name on there, John Stuart Mill, okay? It's Mill, not Mills. It's Mill, so no S. I say that because in people's assignments and tests, they keep wanting to say Mills, but it's a Mill. Okay, so yeah, there's the handout 1.9, utilitarianism. Now, to get the idea of utilitarianism and Mill's utilitarianism, first I want to talk with you about value. Now, if I were to show you this, it's a dollar, and I ask you, is this valuable? You'd probably say yes. But then the next thing I would ask is it valuable in and of itself? Normally when I do this exercise with students, they say, no, it's not valuable in and of itself. Then I ask, well, why is this dollar valuable? And I think we want to say the dollar is valuable because of what it can get me. Okay, so with this dollar, I can go to the grocery store, maintain my social distance. Maybe I'll ask for delivery, and I get a banana. Okay. Now, is this banana? Is this valuable? We want to say yes, but is it valuable in and of itself? We want to say, well, maybe. I mean, some students say yes, some students say no, but even the banana, I don't want to say it's valuable in and of itself, intrinsically valuable. It's valuable because the banana is valuable for another reason. I can eat it. And when I eat it, it tastes good. Now I feel pleasure eating this banana. Now, is the pleasure I'm getting while I eat this banana, is that valuable in and of itself? Yes, it is. So the dollar, the money in my wallet, or the banana, we don't want to say they're valuable in and of itself, but they're valuable because what they get me, which is this pleasurable taste. This leads us to the idea of intrinsic goods and extrinsic goods, intrinsic evils, extrinsic evils. So here's what you can fill in your handout. Background definitions. X is intrinsically good equals X is good in and of itself for its own sake. X is intrinsically evil or bad, either one, equals X is evil in and of itself for its own sake. Okay. X is extrinsically good equals X produces more intrinsically good than intrinsic evil. X is intrinsically bad equals X produces more intrinsic evil than intrinsic good. Okay, so something like a banana, on the whole, it's going to produce more pleasure on the whole in the world than pain, right? Or bad. But now the dollar, money, if people ask, is money good or is money bad? People might debate. Now, what we should say is money, it's not intrinsically good or it's not intrinsically bad. It's just a piece of paper, right? Now, whether it's good or bad, so we know it's not intrinsically good or bad, but is it extrinsically good or bad? Well, that's going to depend on what it can get you. So it could be either one, depending on how you use the money, will depend on whether it's good or bad. And there we have to be talking about extrinsic goodness rather than intrinsic goodness. Okay, now the next thing we want to talk about is something called hedonism. Okay, hedonism. So we've been talking about intrinsic good, intrinsic bad. Hedonism, I'll do it from here. There's hedonism. Okay, I just want to show you guys that word. Um, Hedonism is the view that has two parts. This is in your handout. Pleasure is the only intrinsic good, and pain is the only intrinsic evil. All right, that's hedonism. It's a view on what's good and what's bad. So what I was illustrating before to you just a bit ago was hedonism. Okay, and lastly, we get to utilitarianism, also what Mill calls the greatest happiness principle in the reading that you guys all did. And yeah, I'll help you fill in the blanks, but it goes like this. Actions are right in proportion. I know proportion doesn't look that good, but it's all in the handout. Actions are right in proportion as they tend to promote happiness, wrong as they tend to promote the reverse of happiness. Now, what's going on there? Remember back when we were learning about divine command theory and the Euthyphro objection, and we asked, does God command things because they're killing us not? Does God command us not to kill because it's wrong, or is killing wrong because God commands it? Now, suppose you reject divine command theory and you say God commands us not to kill because killing's already wrong. That leads us to wonder, well, why is killing wrong? Okay. Why is killing wrong? Well, utilitarianism gives an answer. Actions are wrong as they tend to promote the reverse of happiness. When you kill someone, you're taking away happiness and you're going to produce a lot of unhappiness. How about stealing? When you steal, you're producing more unhappiness than happiness. You're going to cause a lot of pain. One time I was at the library and I was studying, all my books were out. I left for just a second. I came back and it was gone. Somebody had stolen my textbooks. That act was wrong, okay? And it caused a lot of pain for me, a lot of unhappiness for me. So utilitarianism is a really nice theory. It explains right and wrong, and just in terms of overall how much happiness are you producing, how much unhappiness are you producing. Suppose I give some charity to a homeless person, or I donate it, or I help an old lady cross the street. These are all right actions. And why? Because they tend to produce happiness. All right, so that's the view utilitarianism. I'm just introducing it for today's lesson. One more part. By happiness, we mean utility. That's what Mill means. And that's just what he's going to mean is pleasure, and unhappiness, disutility, absence of pleasure, or pain. All right, so that's the end of the videos for today. And we'll talk more about utilitarianism next time. All right, bye.